Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's a bit of a cloudy day here today, which is actually perfect because I'm gonna share with you this new UV resin that I purchased last week and the lamp that I purchased with it to work. So I haven't done a jewelry video in a while because I haven't been making jewelry. So I'm gonna flip you guys around in a second, show you what I've been working on and talk about my experiments with this so far. I have kind of mixed feelings about the results I'm getting and a little disappointed, but it could also just be that I'm not super familiar with this product yet. So we're going to play a little bit today. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Sandra. Forgot to introduce myself. Do all kinds of creative and crafty things here on Boho Jewel. And today we're going to play with this and see if I can get it figured out. So I'm going to edit this to be a little brighter, but I'm glad it's cloudy because you're not supposed to have the UV resin in sunlight, obviously, because it's UV, so it can dry up. But this is what I got. It is Blue Moon Studio UV Resin Craft Hard Type Dur. I don't know what that means. But anyway, I got this little bottle, and this is the lamp that I got with it. The lamp was only like $15. You can see the 3 tiny little lights. This is the cord that came with it. Okay, this is what it came with. I have all these wires and things around. So this is what it came with. This is the only adapter I have that fits this currently. I was hoping that I could kind of string this up and make this longer. So that's my first struggle with this. I mean, it is what it is. For me, it's just trying to have a good place for this where I can safely move the resin without situation. Also realizing that this is a little temperamental. It has been. I hope it's not today. But the light kind of wants to flicker on and off once in a while. It could possibly be that I just got a little bit of a dud here, but I already threw all the packaging away, so returning, exchanging, not an issue. We'll see how it does today. If you have purchased this, I would be really curious to know your experiences, if it's been consistently good, if it has been a little wonky, because I'd rather not just buy another one and spend the money. I'd rather try something else if it's just consistently not amazing. So the reason I purchased that, I have been working on these super cute new earring designs, and I got these little clay cutters from clayimpress.com. I'll link that below. I'm not affiliated with them. I think the clay cutters are cute. So there's all these little clay cutters and ways to kind of combine the clay. So I've been doing a lot of clay. But what I noticed is that, so what I'm doing is I'm making the clay foundations, and then I'm using like acrylic paint and Posca paint pens to fill in some details, doing some different stuff. The glaze that I usually use is the Americana Triple Thick glaze, which I love for pretty much everything I've done. But you'll notice here, so right here where I did the 3 little dots with the Posca paint pen, trying to get that into focus. When I filled it with the glaze, this is kind of what happens. So even after the paint's dry, like it was fine for the acrylic paint, but with the paint pens, it did that number. So on these, for example, when I tried it with these to make sure, I wanted to make sure it was because the paint wasn't wet that happened. I just went in and created a little swirly action, which I actually kind of don't hate, but yeah. So, but if I decided if I wanted more details like on these little guys, you can see this one came out pretty well. This is all paint pen, all of this. But this one, you can see where the paint pen sort of bled into the other edges. Just kind of unfortunate because these were super cute. But anyway, so on the Clay Impress videos, she was using UV resin to seal things up. So I got the UV resin lamp. My issue is, can you hear that? Is that it still feels sticky. It still feels a little like kind of sticky, tacky, even after it's been cured. So I'm just going to kind of keep playing with it. Again, it could just be that I got a bummer of a lamp. I don't know. But we're going to play with this today. So I did do that. I mean, it is a nice clear glaze. These are still not perfect. All of these are experimental. More to come soon. So I also got these bezel cups and this tape, which is specifically to use for these open back bezels, to use, you know, for resin in general. And I made these. My issue with this is, again, kind of the tackiness and the stickiness. So we'll see how it goes. I put little, I don't know how well you can see them, little, not sunflower seeds, dandelion seeds in there. They're hard to see. There you go. Put little dandelion seeds in there that I had. So we're going to play around with this and see what I can do with it. So this is my little crafty board. Oh, I didn't write it on this one. I have a couple of these that I bought quite a while back. You can see they've been very loved. I just turned them into craft boards. On the other one I wrote on there craft board specifically. So if you're using anything kitchen related as a craft board, I would recommend that. So I'm gonna cut a piece of this tape. I didn't think about it being blue on my blue craft board. The sticky side up, and we're gonna put this on here. Okay, very cautiously, and okay, there we go. And then I'm going to take my bezels. So the instructions for this were to take your bezels. They're open, they're very smooth on both sides. See if I can get you guys a little closer. There we go. And we're going to put the bezel on the tape, both of them, and just kind of press them down really good. So that it's stuck. So it just sort of seals it up. One thing I noticed too is that the resin on that side gets super sticky, obviously, because the tape. So I don't know. It's possible that I just kind of went about everything very, very wrong. So what I did with these that I realized I did do wrong is I filled the whole thing up, right? And I put it under the lamp, which took forever to cure. It says it should take about, let me see before I lie, 2 to 4 minutes with the lamp, 10 to 15 minutes in direct sunlight. So, you know, hi, I have ADHD and I'm impatient and I don't read in directions right away. So today I'm going to try it a little differently. I'm going to fill it up about 1/3 of the way, which is what the directions said to do. And then we'll cure that. The reason I'm putting it on this board is because this lamp cord is so short, I'm going to have to move this probably into the bathroom, because it's the only place I can set it down that's close enough to an outlet where it will be. So what I'm going to do, instead of doing something clear, I have my my little embarrassingly not tidy resin cups, little measuring cups here. They're silicone, which is great because all of the stuff just peels off. And I'm going to mix some glitter into this so it'll be easier for you guys to see. I figured since it's Halloween time soon, we'll do orange and black, and then I have these little purple sprinkles I'm going to put in there. So I'm going to mix a little bit of resin in here. I'll be right back. So the UV resin, when you're doing it clear, you can just pour it straight out of the bottle and onto what you want to put it on. Let me take just the little nozzle part off. So you see you have the little nozzle, you can just fill it in like that. I hope I don't have too much of that powder in there. I'm trying to watch this through the camera. And I'm just gonna pour some of that in here. I think that might be enough. And I don't know, well, I think I'm gonna fill up a whole earring with it. So let's do that, and I hope it's cloudy enough in here right now. I'm just gonna mix that up gently. Anytime you're mixing any kind of resin, you want to mix gently. You don't want to whip it like you're scrambling eggs or making meringue, because it will put a lot of air bubbles in. So just to get that mixed up pretty well. And I'm going to do one orange and one black earring. I have these little silicone mixers too. I will link, I'll see if those Amazon links are still active, and I will link these little kits down below as well. I like reusable things. I think I'm going to add a little bit more resin. I like reusable things because, you know, we throw plenty of stuff away, which frustrates me. But so anyway, any place I can control like my environmental waste, I'm going to. All right, so mix that one up. It's pretty mixed up, and I'm just going to add it into the bezel. Let's move this around. Try to get, oh geez, I am messy. All right, I'm going to trying to get this to a place where you guys can see and see what I'm, and so that I can see what I'm doing as well. So I'm just pouring that right into, oop, trying to get the camera to stop wobbling. I'm having a lot of technical difficulties today, my friends. And I'm just gonna let that flow around, push it around a little bit. Get this off of my finger before I go into the sunshine. Okay. Just gonna shove that over to the sides, especially because I can see the camera wobbling. I'm so sorry. I want to get one of those canvas stands because I'm still using my little gooseneck. So maybe I can make that investment soon. Oh, I can see from my camera angle that there is a little missing over here. So let's add that over to the side. Okay, try to get that filled in, at least that first little layer. Looks like candy, doesn't it? Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm going to mix up the black as well and clean up my thumb. And I'm going to pour that in, and then we will take it into the bathroom to cure it. So here we are in my bathroom, and here is our resin. I know the lighting's going to be bananas in here. I have it plugged in. Excuse my sad rental situation. All right, and then we just push the button. Okay, I'm gonna turn the light off so you guys can, oh, did you see the little flicker? See how dark it is now? I don't know. Okay, we're going to just let that cure. So each push of the button is 1 minute. So after that 1 minute, if it's not set, then we do it for another minute. I'm going to pause you guys and wiggle the little cord and see if I can get it to cooperate a little better. Okay, that seems, oh, I don't know, I think it's still about the same. So anyway, after the 1 minute, which we're coming upon as I speak, I guess I'll touch it. I don't want to tap it too much because I'm afraid it's going to be, yeah, so here we go. So let's see. Oh, okay, so it's not terrible. I am going to do 1 more minute, and then I think it should be probably fine, and then we will add our next layer. So that was 2 minutes, and let's see. I'm just kind of gently tapping the top. It does feel a little bit sticky still, so I think I might go for 1 more minute, and I'm also concerned that I probably added a little too much of the mica powder in there. I noticed especially when I was adding the black, because anytime you add inks or powders, it can definitely affect the resin. I think it might be okay. So I'm going to cure it for 1 more minute, and then we will see what happens and add another layer. So I've done the 4 minutes, and it still feels a little tacky, but again, I think potentially it is because I maybe perhaps added too much mica powder in ratio to the resin. So I'm gonna fill these up and then add some purple sparkles. If you guys have used any of this, I would be, oh my goodness, the wobble. I would love to hear your tips and thoughts and tricks to this, and I am just going to fill this in now. I'm just going to pour it in, and then probably just add some resin on top, just straight from the bottle. Yeah, I would love any tips, tricks that you guys have. Now, one thing I will say that I do like about this, I think it is kind of nice that it is so liquidy, and it's going to stay liquidy until it is cured under the lamp, which gives you a lot of working time for this, right? So if you're doing something that might take a little extra time, or if you're new to resin or you don't like the pressure of the resin, you know, the 2-part resin drying really quickly, it kind of takes some of that pressure off, right? It kind of makes it a little easier to turn this so you can see what I'm doing. Makes it a little more relaxed to be able to work with, right? You still can't see what I'm doing. Sorry. I'm trying to, oh no. Got on the edge, and easier cleanup. That was the other thing I was going to say. I feel like I'm trying to walk and chew gum at the same time. So for sure, easier cleanup as well. Let me just grab a little towel to clean. All right, I'm going to be full on honest. I mean, look at me again right now. I don't know if this tape situation is for me. I love the idea of it, but I think I have some practicing to do because I'm like, I've got stuff everywhere. Look at this. It's embarrassing. Like, yeah, it seems to be pretty easy to clean up. I don't know if I should be allowed to do this on a sunny day because I might end up being, you know, some kind of resin monster by the end of it. All right, I digress. I'll be back. So to fill up the rest of this black one, these little spaces and holes, I'm just going to put, I'm just going to pour it straight from the bottle because I already added more resin to the mix that I had before because I was afraid that it just had too much. So I'm just going to do a few little dabs of just the resin, and then that one I might need to mix up. So because the black is such a dark color, obviously, you can't really see where it's not being mixed, but I'm just going to go and mix the orange in here. So I do like the working time factor, even just for this, that you can see this, and I can see my cat about to jump on the table and absolutely at the wrong time. Girl, leave me alone. Okay, so I think it's just something to play with. I think it's something I definitely need to play with a little bit more. Let's add a few sprinkles. I'm not going to try to be super accurate or fancy about this at this point. I think that ship has sailed, my friends. Oh, God. Okay. There we go. Oh, those are flowers. I thought they were stars. Okay. I think there are stars somewhere. All right. Well, now we have some Halloween flowers. Why not? Let's just see what happens with these when we cure them. Oh, no, they're just flowers and hearts. Okay. Little blue stars. That'll be okay. Suddenly we're a Lucky Charms commercial. All right. So I'm going to scoot these guys in to the edges there. So yes, clearly if you have experience with this, I would appreciate any tips because clearly I am struggling hard. All right. So I'm going to cure this and then see where we're at with it. Should only take a couple minutes again. The Virgo in me is not happy right now. Oh, geez. And it's kind of a situation. What is that? Okay. It's one of those situations where the more I do, the worse it's going to get. So I'm going to try to let it go. Welcome to my creative process, friends. All right. So I'm going to cure this. And then we will go from there. Okay, friends. Welcome back. So here's my finished work. Let's take it off of, oh, it is not cured. Oh my God. Oh no. Okay, never mind. So let me flip you back around. So this is what's happening. I was going to be like, oh yeah, let me take this off of the tape and show you. And it is still very much not cured. Now this didn't happen. Oh God. Okay. That didn't happen the last time. When I did just the clear, I think the powders, it was too much for the powders. It's cured on the top. Oh gosh. Let me go stick it under the lamp upside down and see what happens. Okay, so 5 minutes under the UV lamp upside down. Let's... Oh my God, is it still gooey? It's... What is it? Oh God, that didn't work. Oh, it is... Look! Can you see it, like, squishing still? What the heck? Oh my goodness, I can't even get it off of the... Oh my God. Oh, okay. So... So that definitely... Okay, this one maybe... Oh, geez. This did not happen with... Okay. That's funny because I was actually worried about the black one being the one that I had mixed too much of the powder in. I mean, it looks janky AF. Oh, yeah, no. Okay. All right. So, and there's like a hole. I don't know. Oh, dear. Okay. So, that was an adventure, yes? So, I don't know. I don't want to say bad things. Like I put these under the lamp also because I just decided after all the mess that I was making that it would be easier. Ah, geez. Okay. Never mind. I was gonna say it seemed to do okay in here. I decided it would just be easier to be able to like pull the resin out like I do with the regular resin. So it seems a little inconsistent. Again, it could just be I added the powders in, so that might have been a problem. I didn't have that much trouble getting the tape off on the clear ones, but there was definitely a sticky tape feeling to it anyway. I don't know, I'm trying to be really nice. So what I'm going to say is that obviously I am new with the UV resin. I have used 2-part resin for years, and so it could just be that I am more comfortable with how that works. All right, here's what I'm gonna say. I'm a little disappointed. It could be my error, right? It could be that I am not sure how to use this yet. I will say too, this little lamp, it will start out really bright and then it flickers and dims. I don't know if that's part of the issue with why it's not curing as consistently as even the instructions say it should. Again, maybe I just got a wonky lamp, and maybe if I go buy another one, it'll be just fine. Who knows? Maybe I just, it's operator error, right? We're going to call it operator error because I'm not trying to get sued. And it could be that, you know, the mica powder, I don't even know if they're mica powders. They're powders that came with a resin kit, a different resin kit quite a while back that, ooh, that's squishy, that they are just not super compatible with this particular resin, which is possible as well. Companies will create different dyes and powders and things to be compatible with their products, and that makes sense. So it is just possible that these I need to stop that these are not compatible with that, and that's not the fault of the company or the product. I'm just fidgety, squishing, because I'm a child at heart. Now again, like the clear one, it cured on the back, right? Can you guys see that pretty well? It cured pretty well on the back. Still that sticky feeling. So if anybody has any tips on how to get rid of that, and even on the top, it still feels a little tacky. And again, maybe I just got a wonky lamp and it's not strong enough because there's maybe something with it, which can also sometimes happen. Long story short, I don't think I'm going to be super experimental with this the way that I have been in the past with the 2-part resins that I'm used to using. But I think for these little projects for coating my earrings. This wasn't even the one that I used the resin on. For coating my earrings to make sure that they don't bleed, I think will be fine, right? God, I don't know. And really, I guess it doesn't. I mean, I guess it's fine. Trying to be positive here. I think for doing this, it'll be fine. I think what I'm going to try to do for these, because it does still feel tacky, that's why I was trying to like compare to the glaze. Like the glaze has like a little bit, but maybe I'll just try to do like a thinner layer of this, because that's all I really need. And hopefully that should work just fine. Help me out. If you have used this product, if you have used this resin, UV resin, or even if there's a different UV resin out there, I am looking for the recommendations. I am looking for the tips and advice. Just please be kind and be kind to each other in the comments. I do not allow any kind of behavior in my comment section. So yeah, just let me know. Like, I am looking for the tips and tricks right now. I'm a little disappointed. I was super excited about this because I thought, oh, yay, UV resin. I don't have to leave it out for 24 hours to dry. I have cats. I'm impatient. And I thought if there was a way that I could create a system, because it is very small too, right? So you really only can fit a couple, like one pair of earrings or something underneath it. And it you know, which is fine. I thought maybe, you know, I could create a system where while I'm curing something, I can be working on the next set, but, you know, potentially, yeah. So we'll keep playing with it, and if I come up with any discoveries, I will share them with you guys. If not, we're just gonna pretend like this never happened. All right. Let me know, you guys, what you have done with this. I'm desperate right now because I really want these to be in my shop soon. Like, I have experimented in so many ways with this, and I want it to be good, and I want it to be consistent, and I'm kind of desperately needing some tips on that. Okay, so thanks for hanging in with me, if you're still hanging in with me during this shenanigans video. And if you're interested in wackadoodle content like this, please subscribe if you haven't already. I am going to stop poking at these things like an 8-year-old and clean this mess up, and I will see you guys soon. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.